I would like to welcome you to a brief introduction on our special talk and workshop called How to Know If Your Children Are on Drugs and What You Can Do to Help Them. This is a brief survey of this presentation I give, which is available to schools and other groups by calling 510-849-1176. This is Dr. J. Sordean. As you know, children today run the risk of getting involved with drugs, which could destroy both their lives and yours as well. As parents, of course, if they're happy and doing well, we feel happy and great. But if they're doing poorly in school or in life in general, we carry the burden of figuring out what to do. During this talk and workshop, I give you the factual data that you can use to educate your children about illegal drugs, about alcohol, and prescription drugs which your children might be using. I also suggest what you can do about it. Finally, we will discuss ways to address the underlying issues related to your children's need to seek out drugs as a solution to a problem. Rather than just looking at the surface symptoms, we want to get down to figure out what the root of the problem is so that we can help at that level. If you are worried that your teenager is trying or using drugs, asking them may be a good way to begin. What are the 3 most prevalent drugs that threaten your children? They are marijuana, prescription medication, and alcohol. How often do we see in the news tragic information about a child who dies because they went to a party with underage drinking, they drank alcohol, and they were also, unbeknownst to others, taking prescription medications that are contraindicated with any alcohol use. It's a tragedy that none of us as parents would ever want to have to go through. If your children have told you they aren't using drugs, but you're still concerned that they may be doing so, there are warning signs you can look for that may indicate that a young person is experimenting with drugs. For that reason, I go into the signs of drug use, or signs that are the result of other physiological changes related to your child's development through their teenage years, because one set of signs may also be mimicking another set of signs that are more natural in nature. Examples might include a drop in school grades, or a reduction in organized extracurricular activities, where your child may have an unexplained dropping out of sports or other activities or interests. These are just 2, along with 12 others that we discuss in depth. It's important to understand that there are 3 main reasons children turn to drugs. The first is the heavy peer pressure that they experience at this time in their lives. Second reason is emotional. These emotional reasons are often a chemical imbalance or a hormone imbalance related to depression and anxiety. And the third most common reason is some form of physical health problem that they feel can only be helped with drugs. We will go over all 3 of these as well as other information in the workshop. It's important that we address the issues of prescription drug use and the dangers of taking these strong medications without a prescription. As you may know, most teens acquire the drugs by stealing them from a parent's medicine cabinet or asking a friend who has done the same. They are also very accessible off the internet. After reviewing and discussing these issues, we will then take a look at stress and the various chemical imbalances which may lead to drug use. As part of the workshop, we also find it very vital to provide additional knowledge about the dangers of such drugs as marijuana, prescription drugs, and alcohol, all of which are the leading causes of death and major trauma in teenage and older children's lives. As part of this workshop, we provide fact sheets that you can pass on to your children, discussing marijuana, underage drinking, and prescription drugs. Of course, this is just a brief overview of what I discuss in the workshop. I would like to thank you very much for watching this overview of my valuable presentation, and I would ask that you call us to set up a workshop at 510-849-1176. You may also get information online at www.theredwoodclinic.com. I look forward to putting my 30-plus years of experience in Oriental and natural medical practices to work to help you have a better and healthier family life and create a better future for you and your children. I urge you to take the natural path to optimal health.